What's going on, boys? Tricks Ridiculous back again with another video, and I think I've got it. I think I've got the absolute most overpowered build in the game, and I'm not even really going to call it a build, because what this is, it may be a glitch, it might not be. I'll explain in a second, but basically this is a combination for Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel. You can really slot this combo into any build for Kamala Khan, so there's really no particular way you have to build your character to make this work. You can just use what I'm about to show you, whether you're a current Ms. Marvel player or brand new to Ms. Marvel. Just go ahead and use this perk combo, and it's going to be absolutely game breaking. I think this is the best thing in the game right now. I think it is better, maybe just slightly, than the Captain America Brooklyn Brawler, Infinite Brooklyn Brawler. But with this build, you're in Embiggen all the time, and it's literally impossible to die. You will literally always come right back to life. I don't know what could be better than that. It's literally impossible to not do everything and not die. So let's show you how to do that right now. All right, boys, so what really makes this build tick is the Darkhold Exotic Major Artifact. So you get this artifact from the Reign Supreme quest line that you get after finishing the campaign. So if you haven't already done that, be sure to get that done. It is very long, but it is extremely worth it. Now, this artifact doesn't see a lot of use on any other character. I don't see this really being popular too often, but it works absolutely magic in this build here, and the reason for that is for the second perk there, the Eldritch Invigoration. So when you activate it, while you're over 50% willpower, you will drain your willpower to critical levels and charge all of your heroics. So that's really what we're using this for. What they don't tell you on this, but it's important to note just to make sure you're doing this right, you do have to also have all of your heroics off of cooldown. So if you do have some extra heroics, like an assault heroic or like a heal, go ahead and just spam those before you do activate this, and then it'll give you all of your heroic energy back across all three of your heroics, including your ultimate. So where I think this is glitched, and I don't have confirmation that this is a glitch, but it's definitely overpowered, is when you normally use this, it goes on a 5-minute cooldown. So you use it, you get a little boost there, and then you're not able to use it again for another 5 minutes. However, the reason it appears to be glitched is because if you were to get downed and then you get revived, it actually resets that 5-minute cooldown so you can use the ability again. And the reason it's so good on Ms. Marvel compared to other characters is Ms. Marvel has a self-res as one of her heroic abilities. So I think you can see where I'm going with this. Basically, you spam all of your abilities, you use the Darkhold, you spam them all again, but just make sure that you keep up one charge of the healing spirit. You let yourself get downed, immediately revive yourself, and then you're right back to it. You immediately activate Embiggen again, go ham and cheese all over everyone's face, and then again just save that one charge of the life spark. Make sure you use your assault heroics, because you do have to use all of your heroic abilities before you activate the Darkhold, but then just go down, revive, activate it again. It's impossible to actually stay down in this build. As long as you do this correctly, it should keep coming off of cooldown. You should be able to keep activating it, and you shouldn't have to actually worry about the going to, quote, critical levels of health, because once you activate your Embiggen, you go back to full health anyway. So I think you can see where the synergy is with this. It's absolutely overpowered with Ms. Marvel. Basically, whenever you're up, you're going to probably be in Embiggen. If you do come out of Embiggen eventually, you know, what's going to happen is you're just going to eventually die, let yourself die, come back to life, and go back to Embiggen. It's impossible to go down with this build. So I'll show you some gameplay in just a second here. We'll be able to see it in action, but let me know what you think, and if you're already using this, let me know how it's going for you. Like I said, there's really not a build specific to this. If you twisted my arm, I would probably say go like full glass cannon. Like, who cares about defense? You can't die, so what's the difference? Just go pure melee and pure crit and literally just blow everybody's brains away. But yeah, without further ado, let me show you a little bit of gameplay just so you can actually see how this works in action. All right, boys, so I'm just going to give you a little showcase of what I'm talking about here. So you'll notice I have a self-res up, but my Darkhold is on cooldown and everything else is on cooldown. So I'm just going to let myself die here. Normally I would just be fighting, just fighting normally, fighting the way I would anyway. But I'm just going to try to die if these guys want to try to get me here. That would be nice. And basically, once you go down, you just reactivate your self-res. Boom, just like that. And you'll notice my Darkhold is no longer on cooldown. So I activate it again. Boom, get all my cooldowns back. And then activate my Embiggen. And there we go. So, and it gives me back the charge for the self-res as well. So I'll be able to use that again. So I'll just let this Embiggen kind of run out just so I can show you again just how legit this is. Basically, you just kind of keep self-resing, immediately use the Darkhold after you self-res, and then just go immediately back to Embiggen. The losing the life doesn't even matter because you get it right back. So the other important thing about this is you have to deplete all of your heroic abilities before you actually use the Darkhold. If you even have even if it's just the assault heroic or even just one bar of something, it's still going to get you. So here's what you do. Boom, pop this. So you'll notice here we are. We're back, no Darkhold. Can use it again and go right back into Embiggen. So that's pretty much it. That's what you want to do. So like I said, this isn't a build per se, but I would just slot that exact combo into really any Kamala build that you want to do, and just be able to spam that ability over and over again. So really any build can do this with Kamala. If I were forced to put this into a build, I would honestly go pure glass cannon DPS, because why bother with any type of defense? You're not going to die. Even when you do die, you just self-res back up. It's impossible to go down permanently with this build. So what's the difference? And with that said, that would be like your might stat. I might go a little bit of crit, and then there you go. And if you have trouble dying like you saw in that clip, I mean, sometimes you don't go down right away, but honestly that's not really a problem. If you're not going down, you're fine. Like what's the issue there? But definitely slot this into your Kamala Khan builds, boys. If you have the Darkhold, use it. It's absolutely insane in this particular setup. I think it's borderline OP. I don't like calling anything OP really, because I don't want anything to get nerfed, but there's definitely something wrong with this exact setup. I don't think the Darkhold should be able to be used in such a way that it just comes right back off of cooldown. But if that's the way it currently works, that's what I'm going to use. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for more Avengers content, leave a like, and follow me on Twitch as well, link in the description. But otherwise, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next one.